Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. Cindy here from C3 Planning with another Plan With Me video. This is using the Chocolate Cherry Blossom horizontal kit. We're actually planning in the horizontal planner today for the week of February 22nd. And I'm so excited to use this set. I have been waiting and waiting and waiting. I love the wood grain, I love the pinks, the lilac-y colors, and then the chocolate, of course. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and lay down my my washi first. I've got my wood strips here. Hope that you all have been having a good week or weekend, and this video finds you all doing well today. I am having a wonderful day. Actually filming this a little earlier than normal. I had an opportunity, a free day, so I am using it to the fullest. Figured get ahead. Never hurts to get ahead when planning. I absolutely love that wood. Now see, this is the way it's supposed to look when you've got the no holiday in the way on that top banner. I really like the way that the wood trim looks. I hope you guys do too. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay down my little divider washi strips. Okay, I did not put that on there right. These are so thin that if you lift them just the slightest bit, you can get bubbles in there, and then they end up not laying straight. So I have to pay special attention to making sure that it is laid straight throughout. Okay, there we go. All right. We'll get this last one down on this side. Pink and brown are one of my favorite color combinations. And when I created this set, it was before Valentine's Day. And of course I was thinking pink and chocolate, and there you go. That's how we ended up with this kit and this color scheme. All right, let me just go ahead and finish the washi. We'll just continue with that piece, and then we'll go ahead and add our boxes. And I did decide that I like leaving the section where I put my to-dos. I like leaving that blank without a box, so that I can write. I have to change my pens because the paper is much thinner and it does bleed through, but knowing that, just, you know, as long as I know that going in, it works out just fine. Okay, so we've got that laid down, and then we'll put our final piece there. Okay, and then we can lay our strips down. For those of you that are watching that are horizontal fans, what do you like the most about this layout? I really struggled on trying to decide if I was going to be able to use this. I like, with the adaptation, adapting the boxes so that I had more space to write. I definitely like that feature over the vertical. Because, at any given time I might want to just make a little note of something rather than bullet points, which I feel like in the vertical kit or the vertical planner, the boxes are so small. so it kind of makes it difficult to actually, you know, if you have bigger handwriting, you know, it makes it a little harder to actually use it personally. So I was just curious what your take on, I mean, you're watching this, so you are interested in the horizontal planner. So I'm just curious what, you know, what things about it you chose over the vertical. Again, for me, I think it's the fact that I have a little bit more room to write, and that kind of feels better to me. So, all right, I am going to go ahead and lay down my, I'll do my bottom bar down here. Hopefully I'm on camera, which I'm not. Okay, so this week, next week, and to clean. Do you all feel that you always have something to clean? I swear, I could clean every single day and I still have something to clean. It feels like it never stops. So I could put this to clean on every single day and have something to clean. All right, so then I'm gonna put my little half boxes, if you will. At least that's what I'm calling them. Put those, I'm going to try and alternate. I don't have quite as many of the brown, but I'm going to alternate the best I can. Okay. And while I'm here, I will go ahead and put my personals over here, since this is my personal section. This set does really remind me of of chocolate. Isn't it funny how certain colors just generate certain thoughts and feelings? This reminds me of chocolate and like coffee, just because this brown is so deep and rich. I really do like how this set turned out. And then the white writing is just very vibrant in there. Okay, so let's just continue with those. I think I finished up with pink, so I'm gonna go with this guy here. And then we'll do pink. And then the brown. Okay, and then this final, that sheet is done. I can't even believe that we're almost at the end of February. I just feel like the time has been flying by. And then there's times when it just feels like time is standing still. Isn't that strange how the time ticks the same no matter what you're doing? So how is it that when we're doing things that we enjoy, the time is flying by? My boss at work is doing a training class, and that was one of the comments that she came out with. You know, how is it that time flies when you're having fun, but it drags on when you're doing things that you don't enjoy, or you fear? Just very philosophical today, I guess. It's a random question, I guess. Okay, there we go. Oh, it looks so rich. I love it. All right, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go in with the checklists. So let's see if I can pull these off easily. Go. And then these are just going to line up right next to those boxes that you just put down. And it will leave enough room for the header at the top. So the big change in this from last week is that I'm not laying a box on here. And I, like I said, I have to change the pen that I use, but I found that my Uniball Signo pen actually does not seem to bleed through as badly. And if I don't press down too hard, then I can't actually even see. All right, I've got this checklist in my hand, so let me just go ahead and lay these down. I'll just finish that up. But yeah, so this is the biggest change in the way that I'm laying them out. Just because after I created last week's plan with me, it dawned on me that if you're using the glossy stickers, that you cannot really layer them on top unless you do it perfectly right away, because otherwise when you go to lift it up, it actually pulls the ink off the sticker, and that's no good. So, but I also like the fact that I now have the lines I can write on, and these do line up, with the lines on the planner, so that makes it convenient. And I am doing, this is my to-do section. So I'll put my to-dos down. And I changed these. Remember, I changed these headers to today instead of work. However, if you prefer to have the work stickers, just send me an IM, a message, or email me, and I would be happy to create the kit with work in it. You just have to let me know. It's an easy fix, so it's not that big a deal. Okay, so we'll get those to-dos down. And these are kind of like a lilac color, where the checklists are a little bit pinker. So I wanted to point that out as well. Okay, get these last two on here. All right, and then our next section then will be the full boxes over here. And I am gonna, I think I'm gonna alternate with, because you've got 7 of just the colored boxes, and then you have 7 of the patterned ones. So I think I'm going to probably just alternate back and forth. So I think I'm going to start with, I'll start with this one here. And then I'm going to line it up using this side piece over here. Now, oh, and that is crooked there. This guy is not on here straight. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we're back. And so like I said, I'm going to alternate back and forth. And actually what I should have done is I should have alternated the way that I did the personal. Okay, so here we go, changing things up again. So because I have a patterned personal here, I'm going to put a solid half box. Just make things more complicated for myself. This kind of goes back to that whole conversation I had in my last plan with me about how your coworkers or your family members look at your planner and think that you've slightly lost your mind because it's completely decorated. And again, I'm not typically the no white space planner. So when people see my planner and it's completely decorated, they're kind of looking at me like, what the heck am I doing? But, you know, I don't know that on every week that this would be the most functional for me. This, however, is for my creative work and my my personal business stuff. So this one's kind of where I get an opportunity to really have fun and express, you know, the color schemes and the patterns, the crazy patterns and things that I really like. You know, my pitch on all of this is I spend so much time in my planner, I want to like make it enjoyable to look at. You know, because if it's just feeling very humdrum and boring, you know, the last thing I want to do is actually look at my to-do list. This kind of helps keep me motivated because I know when I go to look at it, it's going to make me happy because it's very pretty and decorative. So there is the first part of the week all decorated. And then we can flip over and do the other piece. Now I'm going to put these, I was going to put the two wood grain ones over there, but I have the wood grain banner, so I think that I'm going to put the chocolate ones over here. The two chocolates. Oh no, you know what? I've changed my mind. I'm going to put the two pinks over here. That's all right, isn't it? To change our minds. I wholeheartedly believe that. Okay, it'd help if I actually line these up. Again, I think I mentioned this in a previous video too. It's a lot easier to do this when you are not on camera. So I can get right over it and not have to worry about my head being in anybody's way or my fingers being in anybody's way. Have you ever found yourself watching these things and you're kind of tilting your head to see if you can get around somebody's head to see the actual planning portion? My husband will look at me and think that I'm nuts trying to see around somebody's head. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now last week I put the banner over here and then tried to pick it up and it ripped. And the reality is that I actually ended up really liking it over there because when I put it here, it kind of cuts into my writing space. So I'm gonna keep over there, and it kind of cleans up these edges over here because the strip goes all the way to the end, but the boxes end before you get to that. So I like the cleanness of it. So there we go, and it looks like I'm a little over on these little strips. I didn't line those up very well. So I'm just gonna come in there with my scissors and I'm gonna trim it up. Okay, that one's okay. That one was okay. Okay, so now I've got my weekend banner. Now, certainly you can, however you're setting yours up, then obviously you put your weekend banner wherever it makes sense. But that worked for me. It still signified the weekend and allowed me to still have space to write. So now I still have my today stickers. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with those. I'm gonna put this cute little polka dot over here. I think maybe what I'll do with those today stickers is, you know, maybe I'll put them over here somewhere if I'm actually planning something specific. So for me, I think the today signifies maybe events or something that I have. So I have to kind of play with that, and maybe in my midweek I'll have used them. So when you see my midweek on Instagram, so be sure to follow me on Instagram. It's at C3Planning. And I also actually give away, or not give away, but I post codes, savings codes, flash sales from time to time as well. So, and if you're on Instagram, then you'll see them. Otherwise, you won't know if there's a sale going on. Just FYI. So that's that's kind of that. I'm not going to fill in any of the information at this point just because, again, I am planning a little ahead of the schedule, so I'm not quite 100% sure on everything that I've got going on. So, but that is at least the decorating portion, and I will open it up real quick so you can get the full view. Zoom out a little. I really just love that the wood grain and the pinks and browns, the way that they all coordinate together. What I was, I think, getting ready to say earlier was the cherry blossom stickers that I have in the shop. They do really coordinate well. And I do have them in horizontal as well, so that they would fit actually. They'll only fit in these little squares over here. Let me show you. They only fit in these side squares, so they don't fit. They're not currently sized the way these are sized. I didn't want to distort the pictures too much by kind of stretching them out, so they are right now just designed to go into that section over on the side. So that is this week's plan with me. I hope that you liked it. If you have any comments for me, please leave them down below. Subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you soon.